Prince Harry made a gesture at the end of his Oprah Winfrey interview that showed his true feelings towards the royal family, a body language expert has claimed. The prince stepped back from royal duties with his wife Meghan Markle in March 2020 and moved across the Atlantic to the U.S. Earlier this year, an explosive tell-all interview was aired, when Harry and Meghan sat down with chat show host Oprah to lift the lid on their time within the royal family. This included an allegation that his father Prince Charles had cut the couple off financially, while Meghan suggested she had been silenced by the royal institution. At the time, many royal watchers speculated that the Sussexes didn't look that happy during their revelatory chat. But, now, a body language expert has claimed that a gesture the Duke of Sussex made at the end of the interview demonstrates that he was happy, not sad, to be making the revelations. Jesus Enrique Roses pointed out that Harry began to laugh as the credits started to roll, before catching himself and allegedly mimicking sadness. You'll be surprised by how someone's real attitude and emotions can show when they think the cameras are not rolling anymore. And, Harry and Meghan are not an exception, Jesus began, saying that Harry was forced to do this interview doesn't make sense, because how come he was laughing at the end? So, going back to the clip at the end of Oprah's interview and after doing a systemic analysis of intentions, and what has happened since then, realizing that Harry has been absolutely in control of his actions all this time. He went on to claim it showed Harry was happy about the alleged revelations coming out about the royal family. The body language expert also rejected the argument that Meghan had forced Harry to do the interview, noting, "You can have a counter-argument, that's fair, that Harry didn't really want to do that interview, that he didn't want to hurt his family. But then you will be implying that somehow Meghan has an absurd amount of power over him. That would mean that Harry has absolutely no responsibility for his actions." So, what actually happened at the end of the Oprah interview is that he was showing his real face of joy. And then he remembered that he had to show a serious and sad attitude, and instantly adjusted his emotion. While experts claim that members of the royal institution were hurt by the accusations made during the interview, Harry explained during the chat that he had spoken with the Queen about his intention to depart from royal duty several times in the years prior. On the other hand, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are coming out in force next Tuesday as they are both taking part in two different discussion panels. On November 9 at 8 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. ET, Harry will join an event called the Internet Lie Machine. Organized by Wired magazine as part of its Rewired 2021 summit, this panel will focus on misinformation and the real cost it has on individuals, communities and societies. The description of the event read, "What is the real cost of a lie on the internet, to ourselves, our communities, our societies? As social media algorithms reward shock value over reality, as the line between fact and fiction weakens every day, as media propaganda and online hatred run rampant, we must ask, how did we get here and how do we get out of this mess?" We'll hear from an expert authority on the rise of digital propaganda, a foremost civil rights advocate who understands the collision between misinformation and racial justice, and a global leader who is taking on misinformation in pursuit of a new era of truth. Harry, introduced as the co-founder of Archie, will be among the three speakers at the event, joined by Renee DiResta, Technical Research Manager at the Stanford Internet Observatory, and Rashad Robinson, co-chair of the Aspen Commission on Information Disorder and president at Color of Change. Harry and Meghan have previously collaborated with Stanford University and Color of Change given their interest in safer and more humane online communities while tackling fake news and misinformation. Harry's attendance at the Rewired panel is taking place just 2 hours after Meghan will tune into the online summit organized by the New York Times Dealbook. On November 9 at 6 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. ET, Meghan will take part in a 30-minute-long panel titled Minding the Gap. She will be joined by co-CEO and president of Ariel Investments and vice chair of Starbucks Melody Hobson, with whom the Duchess will discuss how women can reach economic and professional parity. The description of the event read, "Two groundbreaking figures join us to discuss top-down solutions, and reflect on how their shared experiences influence their thinking about creating opportunities for others."